How you doing, Scotty Bear? Back hanging out at my favorite new Reddit, the anti-work Reddit, unemployment for all, not just the rich. The government trying to cut back on its unemployment. Many states just going, nah, we don't want it. So trying to get people back to work. However, even though this Reddit is picking up quite a bit of steam with 300,000, I doubt this is the exact reason. However, I, certainly contend their biggest problem is with the parents where the children are out of school. So we're going to read a little bit here and I'm going to comment on some of this stuff. I think it's very interesting as, I do feel like people's time is wasted. I myself have been asked, oh, Scott, can you stay after work? And this is unpaid and worked for, non-overtime and in some cases free. And actually, even as being in the construction business and bringing a truck and tools for large amounts of money, adding this to this person's business, I can appreciate many of the arguments in the anti-work because, frankly, at the end of the day, he goes home and, of course, makes all the money. Now, for many of them that are successful, there are many more that have failed. So I'm not, especially, I don't know, not sensitive to the people that make money. However, when, people get shit on so bad for jobs, it's unbelievable. So let's read this group. I enjoy reading it. I worked 80 hours this week. I'm on my grind. That worker has fallen in love with the system that exploits them. Yeah, I often feel like people do not understand the gravity of their time, the gravity of, time passes on. I look at myself, nearly 50 and cannot believe what I see. I promise you, it is coming, and I don't think people they sell their time. Working 80 hours a week. I do wish I had some time back or spent my time more wisely. I will say that paying livable wages of workers. It's even more brutal now. I thought. I mean, of course, I've struggled with this too, and um, I could appreciate that. Not making if you're not making enough to cover what would be uh, decent, livable wage, health insurance, which I have not, and you know, the actual cost of surviving, which of course they're higher now, and there's more pressure on that now. It certainly was a lot of pressure then, paying my bills on time. Otherwise, they're gonna f my credit up and deal with those type of things too. And then that hurts your chances of getting in another place, and people just taking advantage of you left and right. I think is a horrible situation. Let's see, what is the adult problem you were not prepared for? My job is destroying my mental health, but I need a job that can pay my bills. Yeah, my point before. I mean, far too many people work for what is essentially a path to some sort of breakdown. They need to borrow money. They need to fix the car. They're in the hospital. And, then they turn to be dependent on family members, which, of course, may or may not have the money. It's a horrible situation to be in. Um, that's consumerism kicking in for you. I have a lot of strong feelings about that too. So we'll continue reading here. Did someone get addicted to slave labor? Honestly, it's tough being on the employer side too. I mean, hiring people, who to hire, who's reliable. I think many of us have had enough jobs to know that. Workers, why are you firing us? Business, we won't make enough money to survive. Businesses, why won't anyone work for us? We won't make enough money to survive. Uh, yeah. Yeah, that's I tell you, it should be the same way around, right? It should not be that people are made to work for peanuts. I mean, the one thing I will say is this: is there is society that maybe even has it figured out better than us. Malaysia, I don't think they have a minimum wage. I do think they have what would be considered the close resemblance to how we go about like consumerism and the different how our economy is run. I don't know. It's a difficult situation. I mean, Los Angeles, where the rents are $3,000 a month, needs bus people too, or does it need servers that bus tables to? It's a very difficult argument. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't work. Don't work for too cheap. That's the moral of the story. Don't. Your time is worth more. More people felt like that, they certainly wouldn't need an anti-work, because that is the only thing that's going to drive wages up. Have a wonderful Tuesday morning.